Today, I am Willie Anglo, Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Mathematics, second year student at Northern Luzon Adventist College. I am here to discuss some teaching strategies, teaching and learning strategies. Like that. So the first is tuning in. There, I will explain two teaching strategies there. And as tuning in is to explore current knowledge, attitudes, and values, assess prior knowledge, and plan future lessons to cater for students' needs. So, assessing their uh, prior knowledge, and so that you can cater their needs for the future. You may know, you may be tuned in on the lessons that they should learn. So the first is graffiti strategy. This generates ideas and covers several issues or aspects efficiently. So graffiti is like an art in the wall that you can see many ideas there, and use you have your own self to explain it. But in the graffiti strategy, this will you will divide the class into small groups, then give each group or a large sheet of paper and different color felt pens. So they have different pens, and then provide them a different question by each group, and then give them issue or statements to consider, and then in that group graffiti their paper. So they will use words or phrases and even drawings related to the question or the statement or the phrase that you gave them. And then instruct them to avoid repeating the ideas. So they can put comments on the if they have same ideas with the others, because then the process is repeated by giving it to the other groups too. So the group will have different problem or statement to answer, and then their first the problem that they answered will be to others. So after that, the groups will read and discuss and summarize the graffiti sheet, and then draw conclusions or present brief summary. So they summarize the all the ideas put in their graffiti paper. So planning for further learning experiences to carry out students' responses, so that they that's the that's what a teacher can do, that he can plan for further learning experiences to carry out the students' responses. Then the second, the 1 minute challenge. So it focuses on a topic and read the prior knowledge and identify future learning needs. That's 1 minute challenge. You will explain the student that they will only be given 1 minute, and then that exactly 1 minute you will write down all they know and would like to know about the certain sexual health or relationship topic. And then students share their writing with a group or a partner, and then use common areas of interest to guide the choice of future learning experiences. So that is the 1 minute challenge. After they put their knowledges within 1 minute, they will explain it, and then in future they can have interest about the topic again, another interest, so that they can learn again. Then the second is the finding out. So finding out identifies gaps in existing knowledge and understanding, and then to work collaboratively to gather information and to use the informations gathered to generate and communicate ideas and record responses. So finding out, they can work collaboratively in searching answers, and then the gathered ideas, they will communicate it, or they can record their uh, the the gathered responses. So the first is the four squares. Four squares is same as the eight squares, but only in numbers of squares, because you will, in four squares, they will generate ideas and cover several issues or aspects specifically, work collaboratively to learn from and share with others. So the student will be given a large sheet of paper and divide it into four. The eight squares, they will divide it to eight, and then the students will give that paper, four paper, to different four peoples, and then the people that have been given will record its opinion in words or in pictures about the topic that you will give them, and then they will put their sign at the paper, the one who answers them. So the student who find that the responses and opinions of others will surely will not just making answers, but he really get the answer from other people. And then the second is free think. It shares ideas and opinions and develop respect for other opinions. So a small group discusses a topic, problem, statement, or idea. The group unites down all responses, writes down all responses. Sometimes the responses may in fact open up another channel for future discussions. So that, and then like that, because it's free think, just give your ideas, and maybe your ideas will open up again and another channel for future discussions. So that group will explore to that uh, question, and they can give freely their opinions. And then the third is the sorting out. So to sort, analyze, prioritize, compare, and contrast. So you prioritize, and you compare and contrast ideas. Its purpose is to further develop and consolidate knowledge, skills, and attitudes. To summarizing key informations and clarify relationship and associations, and to draw conclusions and apply understanding. So that's sorting out. After having analyzing it, consolidating all the information, you summarize it, you draw conclusions and apply it on your own understanding. So the first is pamphlet. This is to develop their research skills and communicate ideas and informations to a particular audience. So the students will have a particular sexuality and or relationship topic, and then they identify a specific health prevention message that would like to inform a particular audience. So the sexual or relationship topic that they choose, they will choose a specific health prevention message about it, and then they create a pamphlet, a series of maybe 10 pages or lesser pages of that they put it there, the ideas or the researches that they found, and that pamphlet will to be able to communicate the particular preventions message and the ideas, and they put it there, their tips, and so that it will be a support to the message, like after saying that the prevention of AIDS, and then they put there the ideas, and then they give tips, and then that tips will support, like their want that the tips to do this and don't do this, so that the audience will really have a learning from that pamphlet that given by the students, so the students can share their knowledge about it. The second on sorting out is music and movement. So students communicate their understanding of specific issue through music, drama, and movement. By music, they will able to express the issue, so they can, like, thereby movements, the through this they will show the message to others, and through music it it is an effective way of delivering a message to. So next, the developing values. Developing values is to develop an awareness of attitudes and to encourage students develop a positive attitudes towards being able to actively help have healthy lifestyle, and then their personal responsibility, their attitude towards social justice, and their personal excellence and collaboration, and to have a fair play, and to have an about prevention and safety. That is developing values, their values towards that attitudes, their attitudes on how they will, their responsibilities is, so they will develop such awareness to about attitudes. So the first is choose an emotion. So this is to reflect individually and develop an understanding that people's respond differently to different situation. So students use emotions cards to respond to a number of statements. So they will respond from that situation. They will put, if they're happy, it will be happy. So everyone has different feelings about it. So they will see why does he respond sad and I respond happy, like that. So the second is values voting. It is to identify and clarify attitudes about issue. Consider other thoughts and attitudes. So voting, it will raise why they vote that, and I vote this, and maybe after further explanation your point of view will change. Oh, that's why they vote, and I should do that, like that. So the first is to select a statement and read to the group. That's the first step in values voting. After you select the values and explain to the group, the students indicate their opinion and the opinions of others group by casting a vote. So they cast a vote even by dot voting or by fist of 5. That voting, they will given 2 dots and place the responses. The response the most strongly with their values. And then the fist of 5. Fist of 5 if it's like this, it explains that they strongly disagree. Then like that, like that, like that, like that. And if it's like this, it says they strongly agree. So after that, discuss the statement as a class. Provide students the option to pass or reconsider their vote after the discussion, so they can change after that their vote. So they have an idea why I vote that, and then after that he don't vote. So you ask the students, why did you answer that, and then and many, so that they can know the values. Last ay the making decisions. So making decisions, to use different decision making models to make informed discussion, to examine things that impact decisions, to consider the positive and negative consequences of action, and understand new difficult it is to make quick decision. Oh no. So there's only in making decisions, to use different decision making skills and to make informed decisions, to examine things that impact decisions, and to consider the positive and negative consequences of action. The first is snap decision. Understand how different it is to make quick decisions. So understand the variety of thoughts common to young people in sexual health and relationship related situations. First step, a volunteer is seated in the snap decision seat and present with a relationship sexual health dilemma. The student must try to put themselves in the shoes of the character described in the dilemma. And then there will be two other students standing side by side to him, to the student, and they will represent positive and then positive side of the situation and other negative. So after that, the role of the two student is to try to convince the student sitting in the snap decision seat to make a decision based on their comments. So the student in the snap decision seat is allowed only to choose from the arguments. He don't have to give his comment. So only about the two that he will choose. Snappy. And two, helpful and positive thinking. So this strategy understands the link between feelings and behaviors. Practice positive self-talk and identify negative self-talk. Understand the importance of managing their feeling before taking a decision making. So first step is explain that what students think or say to themselves. And self-talk can affect how they feel and act in situations, and that self-talk or be either helpful and positive, or unhelpful and negative. So and give the students a range of scenarios to help developing their understanding of helpful and unhelpful thinking, positive and negative self-talk, and to provide opportunities for students to practice positive self-talk. So the I feel, I think, I can. So give each pair of student the worksheet of the I think, I feel, I think, I can, and then post a scenario example, being this that he has the only person who don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend. So the use of the cards, the I feel, I think, I can, illustrate that the I think as the helpful and positive thinking can result in positive behavior. If I think he thinks helpful and positive, it can result to positive behavior. And then ask the students to discuss how they feel and think, and that they think the situation and decide what they can do to have positive outcome. So that's the hype I feel I think I can in the health and positive thinking strategy. And then speaking out strategy. So speaking out is to refine the skills of active listening, assertive communication, and negotiation. Analyzing situation where two or more people are communicating. So the first is the barrier game. In pairs, students place a barrier between them. One has the speaker role and other gives instruction, while the other lies the listener role and follows the instruction. So there's a barrier, and then he will speak, and then other side he will do the what the other is speaking, and after that they will see if the follower is does right what the speaker says. After that, they exchanges role. So that after that they will explain what is what all they gathered, their ideas. So that, and then partner retell. So student pairs will interview each other about a specific topic and then summarizes what they heard. So speak and then summarize, and then they swap roles again, and then all the ideas each has from the interview will share. They will share their responses to the larger group. So the last strategy is reflecting learning. So to process and consolidate concepts covered. So the first is unfinished sentence. This reflects individually on their learning experiences and how this activity can be applied to their lives. So generalize skills and knowledge to their situation, monitor and evaluate a decision-making process, understanding and manage their emotions. So after being involved in a learning experience or series of learning experiences, students consider their answers to the following questions, either verbally or written forms or with drawings or even in a journal. So they will answer like, I learned from the lesson that I was I was surprised that I was surprised that he was surprised what he had learned. I felt today was very awesome because the teacher gave us a very inspiring lesson like that. I intend to do this strategy because it will make me an effective, just like that. And then I think it is important to develop my critical thinking skills like that. So he reflects to himself. That's the unfinished sentence. And then provide opportunities for students to share their thoughts with others. This can be by using strategies such as think, pair, share, or circle talk. So they will share their reflections to others. E is the journal writing. So it generates ideas, it reflects ideas on personal attitudes, beliefs, and values. So students write a personal journal to record skills and attitudes regarding a health topic or behavior. So that's the journal writing. Just write what he is in his journal, what attitudes regarding about a topic or a behavior. So thank you.